All right, this is going to be a video over my favorites toolbar here and why I only use these few annotation, I guess, articles here. So the first thing that I do when I go to my annotation articles is I click on the favorites. So I long press it. If you're whatever platform you're on, you basically long press it and you can add it to your favorites. So that's one way to do it. And then after you do that, what you do, if you want to click on one of them, you can customize them even more. So I have them as like a light green box for my rectangle. And what I do is I click on this painter's, sort of like on Windows Paint toolbar here, or this little icon. And I chose the fourth green there and went to 50% opacity. But obviously you can play around with those as you please. Right now I'm doing a green and black color scheme. So primarily all of my lines are going to be green or black for the most part. Then I have the Fibonacci retracement tool. So this is just to help mark up the current range that I'm looking at and determining what's premium and what's discount in that range, right? So for instance, if I wanted to say mark up what I just arbitrarily this range here, I would go to the high of this point and then the low of this point there. And then if you see me often in the videos, I'll go down and do the price bar 2 and extend this out just to forecast or have a little bit more room to see what exactly the range is in forecasting where it could possibly go. And then if I click the settings icon, which is a little gear icon here next to the unlocked symbol, what I can do is I can, once again, change the coordinates. But if I come over here and go to style, here's what I have on. I clicked off everything and I turned on just check mark the 0, 0.5, and 1. And then just for a little bit of differentiation, I have the green associated with the 0.5 level, which is equilibrium of the range. I turned off the trend line, don't need it, right? I want to keep everything as simplistic and minimalistic as possible. My level lines, just have those as a dash line. You can play with those as you wish. Use one color. I have the prices being shown. I have the levels being shown. And then everything's to the right and to the middle, or the center and to the middle as well. And then font size, play around with that as well. So yeah, that's it for that one. Fib retracement, visibility, everything's the same. All right. Then the horizontal ray is just a horizontal ray. It's just a black line, 1.1 pixel in depth or length or whatever. Yeah, nothing special about that. Just that. Same thing with the trend line. Just a black line. If you wanted to look at the settings, once again, you can go to style, just have the angle that pops up and play around with that information if you wanted to. All right, then you have the long and short positions. So the long position is going to show you that the green here, anything above the middle line is in profit, anything below it is in drawdown. So once again, just playing around with the colors, click the icons, 25% opacity for this one, and then gray here, whatever. And then you can click the inputs. So you can define the set price, what do you want it to be, or what you forecast it to be if you're setting a position. So in this particular case, if I wanted to, just say I wanted to have a position here like so, what I do is I go to the settings, go to the entry price, and let's say I set it at 67, 221, whatever this price here, and then I wanted to have it at 70,000. So let's see, 70, ooh, 1,000. Should be it there. And then my stop loss is there. So then it'll change it. And as you can see, then you have the middle portion is your risk reward ratio. Then you have the bottom portion showing the stop loss in pips, and the top portion as the profit, right? So once again, you can change that. The style, compact mode. So always show stats, compact or completely showing like, okay, risk reward ratio. As you can see the difference as I click it on and off, toggle it on and off here. All right, so click OK, whatever. Then the same exact thing for the short position, just in the opposite direction. All right, then for the text, let's see here. So for the text, if I go to settings, you just click in text or whatever, then you can have text wrap. So text wrap is like if I want to do GGG, blah, 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 whatever, it just wraps the text into the next line here or whatever, instead of just going out in a straight horizontal line. And then you can play around with the fonts and do whatever. All right, then you have, once again, just another line tool, just a full horizontal line. Then you have the arrow. I have this set 1 pixel Same settings, once again, just have the price range being shown, and you can play around with whatever style arrow that you want. Okay. Then the very last thing is just the call out, which I rarely use now unless I'm doing annotations and showing it to people, which is just, just pointing to it and just adding a blurb of text if I wanted to. Right. So yeah, so that's it for my favorites toolbar. Those are pretty much all the tools that I use unless I'm actively showing someone something like on a Zoom or whatever. But for the most part, when I'm doing my regular analysis, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think 10. Yeah, 10 tools or 10 icons, 10 whatever. That's pretty much what I use. And yeah, it served me pretty well. Peace.